How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Banishers Ghosts of New Eden. So we're continuing through the rest of these haunting cases. With the last two that we did, they were
We're
kind
not
of
alone.
random. And oh, what is this? We're getting a proper cutscene.
Who there? Can I help you?
Okay.
Doesn't she remind you of Goody Perkins?
Hi, old lady. She seemed fine.
We should look in on her.
Hanging time. Okay. So yeah, the last couple that we did were, I said random, but they're kind of like,
What a name. I like it.
It's very unusual.
what does it say? Kronos. Okay. So I said random. I should say, I guess standalone would be a good term for those. They're not, tied to the main story in any way. They're just additional haunting cases. So I may start just recording these and then scrapping any that are kind of standalone cases, because honestly, like I said, we have another like 10 of these things. So I think extending the series that far may be kind of crazy, considering we still have the end of the game to handle too. What's all up in here? Oh, more creeping ivy.
I maim the corrupted heart. You aim at its roots.
There we go. Let's try this. So one there. One there. And okay. And the other one. There we go.
No, I'd almost fancy my own
Nice.
garden.
Trust me, you don't want a garden.
I'm gonna try and trim these down too. Try and fit at least one case in an episode. Because some of them are a little longer and they are taking like a couple episodes to finish. So I'm gonna try and do that. That may be the plan going forward until we're actually done with them, and then we can continue
This looks like the captain's
through
cabin,
the rest of the game.
frozen in time.
The ship's captain was married to Goody Perkins.
That must be why her ghost lingers here.
Ah,
They must have had a house. Can't be far, if it still stands.
that's the locked chest. It's like there was like another shipwreck that I have to investigate. Forget where that was. Because I think
The
we
years seem to have spared this place. How strange.
saw that early on in the series, and we couldn't get access to it because it had creeping ivy on it. I don't think it was this though. I could be wrong. All right, we're done on the boat. So let's track this quest. Get the stuff on the objectives for that.
That boat reminds me of old buddy Ian. I went there once. Sat on the quay with my mum and my sister was eating cod and watching the boats.
My father took me fishing. I too would watch the great ships come and go. I'd get restless. He'd give me the squid he'd grilled for his hand lines. I miss him.
So I learned today that there are actually 5 endings to the game based on your decisions. That is crazy. Amount of replayability that factors into the game. That's awesome. I don't think I'd be playing it 5 times to see all those, but it's pretty awesome, I think. So far, this quest seems like a standalone, but we haven't exactly got into the meat and potatoes of it yet.
The house by the sea. Hepzibah's house.
A lonely place for an old woman alone.
Alright, start to her in here. Right after I loot the area.
No, it's not here. Where did I put that stupid key?
Good day.
What? Oh. Who are you? I don't know you, do I?
Didn't we meet her ghost?
Good day, ma'am. Red McRaith. We spoke, of late. I'm the Banisher.
Why, yes, I do remember. You're the kind young man, the doctor. Or was it the rat catcher? What can I do for you?
Noticed anything strange lately?
Nothing stranger than usual.
How about lurkers? Shadowy figures, perhaps, seen from the corner of your eye. The feeling that someone was watching you.
No. Why?
Well, here's the thing. I believe you may be haunted by a ghost.
A ghost? Don't be silly. I have rats, maybe. I'm sure I've heard them scrabbling. But they're just rats.
Change the subject. See if it helps.
Did I hear you were looking for a lost key? Would you like me to help you look?
Why, thank you, young man. That would be just fine.
Have you any family, Goody Perkins? A sister, perhaps?
I don't have any relatives left.
Did you have a twin sister?
My memory, sir, is lately like empty pages in the book. But I would surely remember a sister.
The memory is failing.
There's something you should know. In the wrecked hull of a sea vessel, I found your husband's log.
Husband? The very idea. I've known no husband. I'm sorry. The log cannot be right. It must belong to someone else. It must. Right? Yes. It must. I've no husband, and I'll not hear otherwise.
Not so sure about that.
I'll bid you good day, ma'am.
You take care now, Richard.
All right.
Her memory seems muddled.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Is this the price of getting old? Well, let's find out.
Thank you for your concern. Okay.
Is it just me or?
I felt it too. Dust.
Whoa. What is all this?
She mustn't come up here anymore.
What in the world?
Nothing interesting here.
I'll use a sextant, but I'd prefer a well-drawn map.
It's really not that complicated.
Map. Every time. I want this for my mantle.
Our mantle? I'd like that. The boat, not so much.
I feel a draft.
From the invisible. I feel an echo.
What else is in here?
Whale.
With a whale on it.
Saw another like it on the ship.
We should check out the echo before we give her back the key.
Solace. I'm responsible. I know. And I think perhaps that you do too. Spotted off a coast. Price for whale oil. Oh, little secret passage.
Is all well? I heard a noise.
Worry not, madam. Not about the furniture, leastways.
That witch put a curse upon my poor husband's boat. He lies dead in the briny deep, and she walks free. I'll not bear it, and nor should you.
Your distress moves me, Mrs. Perkins. I'm very sorry for your loss. And I swear upon my honor as a servant of God, I shall not turn from the truth. You may trust me to deal with Deborah in the appropriate way. Attending that, please put the sickle down, for I fear you'll do one of us an injury.
Goody Perkins was very angry.
And she hated Deborah. Give her back the key and let's get out of here.
Okay. So we have a tie into the main story now. It's Deborah. All right. So this has become an official episode now.
Goody Perkins, here's the key.
Key? What key?
The key you were looking for. That key. The key.
I don't know anything about a key. I don't want it. You keep it.
You've forgotten your
You
husband.
had a husband. Have you forgotten?
Stop saying that. I've never married.
When he died, you blamed Deborah. One of the widows from your husband's crew wrote to you. What happened?
I know no Deborah. I have no husband. I know no Deborah, and you, sir, are bothering me. Please leave.
We'll get no more from Goody Perkins.
Okay.
Maybe someone at the Harrows will know something.
Okay, so we gotta go back to the Harrows. I think it's too far away from here. Should be able to just hoof it.
Look, there. do believe that's our ghost.
She's leading us somewhere. Let's follow her track.
I don't like ghosts that run away.
Come on then, keep up.
Ugh.
Keep up with the ghost. Thing Antea has her spectral tracking abilities. Helps out immensely.
I admit I'm surprised. Sweet old harmless Goody Perkins was an absolute hellion.
People change over time. But since her husband died at sea, why blame Deborah for it?
Genuine fear. Someone to blame.
Let's ask her ghost.
Okay, these are the footprints. Spectral footprints. They're here. More here. Standing over those for a minute because sometimes they have an interact prompt.
That here again.
Maybe we missed something the first time.
Alright, back on the boat. Not sure why.
How
Gotta
does an
investigate
old
where
ship
she died, I
magically
believe.
become newer? You could kill a fair few whales with one of these.
You're not the type. The spot can't be far.
Oh, looks like we have to warp across, but we're gonna have to get that board out of the way first. How might we do that? So that's something you have to shoot to get rid of the thing that's blocking the way. There's one. There we go. Where might the other one be? Where is this third one? This is driving me nuts. Oh, there it is. Knew there was a reason the platform was lower.
Do you see anywhere that could help?
Keep searching here.
Gone again.
Wait, she led us here. She must have had a reason.
Hmm.
Shreds of a memory linger here.
Okay, so let's do this.
Through a single point passes an infinity of paths.
Have mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness. For I have done this evil in thy sight. Hang me up before the Lord against the sun, that his fierce anger be turned away. Deliver me from my blood guilt. Purge me, and I shall be clean.
Tell me you understand what is going on.
Don't. and
Is she
wanted-
trying to warn us about something? She killed herself out of guilt. But guilt about what?
This one's certainly an interesting one. Gotcha.
There she is.
I pray she stays there. No more running.
Chest over here. I'll take it. Interested to see what the deal is with what Deborah has to do with this. Fun fact, that's actually my sister's name. Talk to you in a minute, Ghosty. Trying to loot the place. See is rough.
Adventure? Sounds fun.
You're such a little boy sometimes. What strangeness is this? Can you really be Goody Perkins?
I can be Hepzibah Perkins, and I am. I know Mr. McRaith, but I don't know you.
I'm Antea Duarte.
I need your help. I do not wish to ask for it, but I must. I have prayed for help, but God has not sent his answer, because I do not deserve an answer. Unless the answer is you. Then God mocks me. But at least he answers.
What do you want? Want the ship.
Why are you here? What draws you to this ship?
It all began and ended here. I have been punished for my sins. But God has given me the chance to right my wrongs. I must take it. I must warn me, her, of the danger. The gates of heaven are closed to me, and the Lord is deaf to my complaint. I've committed the greatest of all sins. I denied the life he gave me. Damnation eternal awaits us both. I must save her from herself.
Would you lose your memory? Why would you end your life?
Life can take you to the darkest places. I know this. I know how tempting a permanent solution to a temporary problem can seem. Yet some consider it the worst of sins. What brought you to it?
God knows. And I would prefer to keep it between he and I.
If you want us to help, we'll need to know.
I just need you to get away from her. Every time you ask her the question, it's one more chance for her to remember.
How can you be here?
This is... How can you be alive and dead at the same time?
Yeah.
This is the Lord's punishment. This is his will. I remember the bone-chilling cold as I wandered in the endless darkness. Then, suddenly, his warm and dazzling light enveloped me and brought me back. Here, to where I'd lost my life. This is my penance. Damned to watch, helpless, as I sin against him. Again, and again, and again. But then, I thought perhaps not. Perhaps this is my chance for redemption. For absolution. For salvation.
Your living self seems to have lost her memory. Any idea how?
She has lost her memory because she is haunted. Perhaps this is why God has sent me.
You remember, and she forgets. What happens if it starts to come back to her?
Then she will remember, and I will forget.
This is genuinely fascinating.
If she remembers, I have failed. I am the keeper of her memories, her pain, her faults and her guilt. I protect her from the past to safeguard her future.
You don't protect her, though. You're killing her.
Then she dies without adding to her sins, and I am no longer needed.
Okay.
We must go now.
Please, save her.
What now?
We go back to the old lady's house and check in on her. Try to find a way across.
I'm on it. This case is beyond me. What about you?
Charles once told me about a time-traveling ghost. I didn't believe him. Chronos, god of time. This has something to do with the ship.
Well, obviously. Exactly what I was thinking.
Time and the void have a special relationship. Maybe it's that.
Makes sense. Ceridian's perception of past, present, and future seemed flexible.
Ceridian's had a long life of void walking. Maybe it rubbed off. Maybe Goody Perkins stood too close to the void. I think a way to pass could be near.
Yeah, this case is certainly interesting.
I don't think she's home.
Not home. Where'd she go? Let's see how this all plays out here.
Goody Perkins!
Look, the rock. There's an echo here.
Yep. What do we got?
Come on! Won't someone do something? All right, I'll start then. Cowards you all! We welcomed you, and this is how you reward us. Confess now, woman! Confess the names of your accomplice witches, or be sent back to the rotten hell you worship!
Down to execute Deborah Corminus. Oh boy.
Damn it.
Wish we hadn't seen that.
But we have seen it. Now we know.
Wow. I did not see that coming. So there's, there's definitely like witch trial vibes here. Oh,
I'm so sorry, Richard. I've kept you waiting, but now I'm here. With you.
okay. Seems like she remembers.
How bad is it?
She remembers, and soon shall I die.
You took part in the torture and murder of Deborah Comenius. You killed her.
I could not bear the grief of my husband's loss. It turned to anger. I sought a culprit. My rage was blind. I knew Deborah guilty, because I needed her to be guilty. I was not alone in it. I share the blame. But the guilt is all my own.
This mistake, how do we stop you, her, from making it?
Talk to her. She remembers. The curse will be repeated. Her memory returns and she remembers the stone. She remembers the day. The day she killed. The day she killed Deborah. The memory of that sin, of her blood guilt, will drive her to another sin yet worse. I must be stopped.
We must go now.
Please, don't let her do it. Save me from the sin I'll soon commit.
Well, my theory certainly went out the window about Native Americans being involved. Seems like it's kind of more like a witch hunt kind of thing.
Mrs. Perkins, are you all right?
I have a weight upon me. The stone. The stone. May God forgive me. What have I done? I remember now. I remember everything.
Aye, and I can tell you're upset. It's a lot to take in. Unfortunately, there's more. There's a lot more. The ghost that haunts you is you. It's hoping to stop you doing something that you'll regret.
My ghost! Is this why sadness hangs heavy on my poor heart? Is this how I feel my guilt?
Living's hard, dying is worse.
You must live. Please, believe me. The alternative is far, far worse.
I know. But what if that's what I deserve? You're a good soul, sir, and a man of action. Help me. Spare me my misery. I beg you, end it. End it now.
She takes you for a murderer. The sin is hers. Don't take it for your own.
It's not up to me. I want to help you.
I hear you. And I feel your pain. I'll do whatever I can to help. Mrs. Perkins, it's time.
You heard. Show yourself.
All right, so I think we're going to blame here. Because certainly, she was guilt-stricken about her husband and decided to chain that into anger, and kind of that in turn executed Deborah.
Hepzibah Perkins, as you live and breathe, I know your past, and your future too. I've heard your request.
I see no other way.
There is always another way. But if this will prevent your damnation, I'm happy to serve.
Thank you. You seem a nice young man. I know how much this cost you. Sail towards my end. Land ho, and God bless you, Red McRae.
All right. That was a very
Heard
cool
my
case.
complaint. Thank you.
Did not see that tie-in coming, and that was a nice little twist. Like that. So let's see. We got another skill point. What do we want to pick up? Fourth punch. That seems good. %. Want to get that one too. Let's see what else. No. No. Yeah. Got some manifestation. Triggers. Yeah, I want that too. Still a lot of good ones that I want to get. And snare duration. Okay. And then there's this insane thing. I have to try that out just to try it out. See what the deal is. 1400%. Absolutely insane. Ah, man. Decisions. Yeah, let's get that. Extra manifestation damage is always good. So we're going to call this one here. Hopefully you were all doing well. Stay tuned. More coming at you. Take care.